From Hook Hall, this is Grítale, Guti in Exile, episode 3. Instagram still has to be banned from Instagram Live. Fuck Zuck times a trillion. So now I get to get anyone who's from the Grítale Guti gang, the Guti gang, to come in and slowly populate this new world, this brave new world that we live in. So as part of this, I have to start alerting people. If you're on Insta, if you got this from my previous alert on Instagram, like there's people are coming. Hey Michelle, hey D Gonzalez. You see, I'm still learning names. Diana, of course. So just bear with me as I start putting people on Twitter blast and on Facebook blast that hey, this is where we're in exile again. I'm like, I feel like Poochie. Like my planet needs me, except my doesn't need me because I was already where I'm at. Hey Anna, hey Anthony Carapia Merino, Ryan Shaw. Where's Ryan Sharp? Let's get Ryan Sharp back in here. I mean, we're slowly starting to come back in here. So I'm just going to put this on Twitter. 3 Dwayne Johnsons. Damn. Here we go. I Grítale a Guti in Exile. Episode 3 is live now on YouTube. Tune in here. Just wait for me to do my Ace Rothstein impersonation, right? Here we go. There's Keto y el Keto Mochi Mochi, Ryan Ponce, Juice Neros, ya estamos listos. Free Guti, of course. Hello from Rialto. Damn, I knew some people from Rialto back in the days. Brian, you got beat, man. What's up, food? We need to complete the 2 Ryan rule. There is no Ryan. Free Guti essay. There, people are saying hi to each other. We're slowly starting to reestablish here, folks. Now I'm going to put this on Facebook. Let's see who else pops up through here. I already put on Instagram. Si no me ponen atención on Instagram, well, fuck that shit, you know? Why is Golden West College? I haven't spoken at Golden West College in a long ass time. Howdy, Eric. Ana Urias. Oh, wow. 2 people. Like the Rialto Commission is in here, some shit. So obviously, I mean, we would not start Grítale Guti until we had 2 Ryans or 80 people. Here we got 20. Maybe we'll just start at 20. Bye, vamos. Rosemead, all the R's. Where the hell is Rosamond now, man? Orale, otro martes, otro edge. Tim, Hemet. Ooh, deep. You know what my Hemet story is? My Hemet story, and you probably know this, Tim. There was like a police, I don't know if it was police station, Riverside County Sheriff or whatever, but it was triggered in a way so that when the gate opened for this law enforcement station for come out, a bullet came out because it was basically a white supremacist trying to kill a police officer. Like people always say, like, oh, you know, it's like, well, people of color hate the cops. No, white supremacists are worse. And people say, yeah, what did Zach de la Rocha say? Some of those who burn crosses are the same who joined forces, which is like a really weak way of saying what he was trying to say. MPD, Tim, you know, sadly, you know what the story is, Tim PD. There's ND Hoser. I remember that shit. Ryan Ponce is a new Ryan and Gag in Exile. I guess so, huh? Between Ryan Shaw and Ryan Ponce, that's the Ryan rule right there. But respects to Ryan Sharp, wherever you may be. Saludos from Moreno Valley, upside of YouTube as I can stream on the TV. How's it going, Eric? Can't stop the Guti gang. Hey, Melissa, ¿cómo estás? There's a happy Mardi Gras. There's one of my students here. Really good writer, by the way. You gotta check out. Hey, Melissa, you should put the LA Taco story that you did as I share this on Instagram really quickly. See me live on Grítale Guti. Come on, fucking Facebook. See me live on Grítale a Guti in Exile, episode 3, now on YouTube or this link. Do it. Okay, let's a ver quién viene, right? And there's me with flashing the 3. Got to start the culture, the legacies. Ahí está. Oh, I'm looking pretty proud right there. I'm looking pretty. Pretty mean as usual. But anyways, okay, let's see what else you guys have to say. Rothstein, Ace Rothstein. That's who I am. I am Ace Rothstein. Since I am banned, like the Nevada Gaming Commission denied me my license, so I'm just going to be ranting against Instagram Live for the rest of my years until we go back to the promised land. And I know a lot of you have asked, how can we help? You cannot help as much. Honestly, the way you could help is just tune in every Tuesday night here, Grítale, Guti. Spread the word, especially those. I'm getting a lot of complaints saying, oh, well, it's better on Instagram Live. I know it's better on Instagram Live, but where else am I supposed to do? Some people say, like, oh, you should start a burner account or you should join someone else's account, but that's not the point. It's all about principle. I'm always going to be it's always going to be about principle to me. It has always killed me. But as Tom Likas would say, I don't care. Bola de pecadores, mañana los miro tomando ceniza keto, of course. And speaking of bola de pecadores, just really quick, blue collar scholar. You should, Michelle. Thank you. Here we go. So today, the drink, Stranahan's. This is a freaking amazing whiskey from Denver, Colorado, which I got turned on to it a long time ago, and it's totally blown up. So I actually bought this one at High Time Wine Cellar. Too bad Mr. High Time's account couldn't be here. But the great thing with Stranahan's is since this is Mardi Gras, so usually I do one shot, sip it. Now it's going to be a double. It's a tall boy for this one. Because usually the Stranahan's cups, they'd come like this, come with a tin cup on it. And then there's another whiskey from Colorado that's okay, but it's not as good as this one that's literally called tin cup whiskey. But this Stranahan's, oh man, you want to talk about smooth? It's almost done between my wife and I, and she is asleep right now with Hook. Hook's not going to be making any cameos tonight. Maybe Cosmo will, but here we go. So, salud a todos. May you give up being a pandejo for Lent, or at least instead of giving things up, how about be something? Be a better person in this world. Salud a todos. Here we go. Missed the hell out of the OG Guti, but here we are. Wait, missing it. Respect to Ryan Shaw, Lady Ale. Hey, Guti gang, dainty one. Porto's King Cake is, I never liked King Cake. I like Porto's. Respect to Porto's. Never cared for King Cake. Never cared for Rosca de Reyes, which is basically the same stuff. I like sweet stuff. To me, it's over sugared, but doesn't come off with any, I don't know. It's like too dusty. And someone once got mad, like, because I said Rosca de Reyes is never good. They're like, oh, you haven't had a good Rosca de Reyes. Hello, motherfuckers. I was a fucking food critic for 15 years here in Orange County and LA. I think I know what good food is. So here we go. Porto's is overrated. Sorry, not sorry. I'm not going to make it out to be like an In-N-Out Keto Mexican food, and everyone should follow Keto Mexican recipes because she makes awesome Keto Mexican food, and she's an amazing chef. For me, it's not about it being overrated. It's just good. I'm never going to say no to Porto's if someone brings out a box, but am I going to go all the way to fucking Buena Park or Glendale or to wait in line for that? Fuck no, of course not. Just like with In-N-Out. I'm never going to deny In-N-Out. If someone gives me an In-N-Out, I'm going to eat it. Of course I would. It's good, but it is absolutely overrated. Anyway, salud. What's going on, Rick? I always love your thoughts and your questions. Delilah was able to go to the farmer's market today, but I didn't have a chance. Woo! It's hot. You know what the proof? It's not even that proofed. It is. Oh, actually, 94 proof is pretty hot, but it has a sweetness to it. It's from a sherry cask. Sherry, by the way, of course, is Jerez. So shout out to Jerez right there. All right, folks, curbside people, start asking me questions. Otherwise, I'm just going to be vamping here, as they say. So ask questions. Grítale Guti, just in case you're tuning in for the first time, we used to be on Instagram Live. I am still banned. A month later, I am still banned from Instagram Live. Even though I'm posting shit, I'm posting videos, I'm posting stories. Go figure that out. I'm going to try it again. In a week, we're going to try it again and see it happens because we have to go back to the promised land. But until then, we're the Israelites going through 40 years in the desert, eating off milk and honey. And in this case, the milk is whiskey. So questions here. Keto says, with the whiskey, salud, Melissa. We're not in class right now, so I could drink, and so can you. Keto says, my rating of overrated is because they don't make shit from scratch. A lot of stuff is bought from warehouse bakers. I wouldn't be surprised. Again, Keto Mexican. I'm not saying it's the best bakery, best Cuban bakery, Tropicana and Downey. I like better than Porto's, but again, I'm not gonna give up on the food, or I'm not gonna say no to the food. It's good enough for me, but I'm not eating it every day. And it's funny though how it's become. I remember when Zancu's used to be like the cool ethnic eatery, and then it became least for Southern California. Then it became Lee's Sandwiches, the Vietnamese banh mi place. Now it's Porto's. Porto's, fucking croquetas. Joe asked, what's up with the Cosmo and Hook swag? We're going to wait for that until we get back to the promised land, because we will have more viewers here. Right now, it's a little bit, it's the true G's. It's the real G's of the Guti gang. So there you go. Early here on YouTube, Craig, it's 10:15. That's what it's 10:26 right now, but I'm on YouTube. It's basically Grítale Guti. I'm still banned from Instagram Live. So usually, folks, just in case you're new on Grítale Guti, people would ask me questions. I would reprimand. I would answer what I wanted. Here, there is no reprimands because we're trying to create a new civilization. We're at 49 people. By this point, we'd usually be at 100 and some people. But you take those who are here with you. Beggars can't be choosy. Inside joke for somebody. But when you do eat at In-N-Out, what are your to-go orders? Ask Jose Alfredo Gonzalez. What do I get? Who the fuck knows? Just a double-double. That's it. I don't need animal style with like grilled onions and mustard and pickles. Just give me the fucking burger. I do like the little the sport peppers that they give out. They're really good. A strawberry shake. That's all you need. I don't need to know like what the fuck a Flying Dutchman, whatever the fuck that is. You can tell when I get pissed off because I start cussing. But it's like, oh, what's your order or whatever? Just give me a double, give me a single, whatever. But the thing is, the last time I had In-N-Out, I haven't had it since the pandemic, and not because I'm afraid of it In-N-Out, although they had a huge outbreak at their Colorado of coronavirus in Colorado, their nearest spots in Colorado Springs. It's not that. It's just that I don't care so much for In-N-Out. I've been to King Taco more times than I've been to In-N-Out in the past couple of years. And King Taco's all the way in East LA, and fucking In-N-Out is almost everywhere I go in Orange County. So Texas is frozen. What the fuck is going on? Global warming, Edgo 1081. 70-some% of the country right now has snow. Woohoo! Here in Southern California, we're 50% below our rainfall capacity for the year. Again, polar vortex apparently keeps going lower and lower every single year. So remember a couple of years ago, I remember when my wife and I were in Kentucky during the polar vortex. This is we did a project, Oral Histories of Mexican Restaurants in Kentucky. So that would have been 2015. As we were leaving, you could see the snowflakes coming by and getting on the airplane, but we got out of it right in time, so we were not snowed in like so many of our friends were in Louisville. You don't pronounce it Louisville, you pronounce it Louisville, Kentucky. And a little bit of the puppy is with the pop and some black walnut pie. That's another inside joke. Let's see if Nelly is here, baby Nelly. So can you appeal the ban? Oh, you see, this is what I don't like now, because I want to get to all your comments, because it's not as crazy here as it was on Instagram Live, so I could read all your comments. Diana says, can you appeal the ban? Nope, it's all up to Instagram. But remember, folks, do not ask about the ban. This is my first reprimand. Do not ask about can we appeal the ban on Instagram Live, because I already wrote about it in my columna. And if you have not read my columna, then what the fuck are you doing here? Why the hell are you interested in me? Read the stuff that actually allows me to do stuff like this. If you do not read my columna, look, it'd be nice if you get a subscription to the Los Angeles Times. I get it. It costs money. More expensive than back in the days. If you can't afford it, that's totally cool. We do allow, I think, one free read a month. But then subscribe to my newsletter. In my newsletter, I always give summaries of what I write. And if you don't know what the fuck I'm writing about, then why the fuck are you here? It's simple as that. Why the fuck do you follow me on Instagram? You're not following me for the photos because my photos pretty much suck. And on Twitter, you're not following me for the gift wars. You apparently ostensibly appreciate who I am as a reporter. So then read my fucking stuff. There you go. So that's the first rule, the first commandment of Grítale Guti in Exile. You are not to ask about the exile. If you are to ask about the exile, you will be reprimanded. So it shall be written, so it shall be done. Anthony Carapia Marino, how many states of Mexico have you been to? Well, in terms of visiting, like actually like walking around and all that, I would only be Baja California Norte, Zacatecas, Ciudad Mexico, DF, which is not really a state, but let's count it. Puebla, which is a beautiful, beautiful city. Oh man, I got to get back there. And Oaxaca. So only 5. But if you want to talk about states that I've been through, well, you got to remember the old school, when you would drive to Mexico, make it in 36 hours between my dad and un tío in what was it back in the days? It would have been a Ford. It's always a Ford. Mexicans love their Fords. So you also have to add to that the Chihuahua and Durango because you take the old carretera going down there. But that's it. I really have not traveled much in Mexico. I've traveled to all before the states in the United States and then los Estados Unidos Americanos, as they say in Mexico. But Mexico, I just haven't had the chance. And also there's something called the cartel war. So I don't really want to be traveling right now too much. Craig Lewis, unleavened bread is a tortilla. No, but tortilla is a tortilla. Gabriel, as is Tiger Woods, the most successful sports prodigy. That's an interesting question. Bobby Fischer, how about that? There you go. Tapatio hot sauce place in Mexican cuisine. RC Jr. Read my book; it's there. David Buzanke. I hope I'm pronouncing your name. Is it French? It kind of sounds French. So what's up with more people being allowed to vaccinate as of March 1st, but there still aren't enough vaccines available? That is predicated on the idea. I think the Johnson & Johnson vaccine will be ready by then, and Pfizer, Moderna will start ramping up production. So that's where it is. It's just projections right now. But the way, especially in California, it's been rolled out, it's probably not going to happen. They're allowing more tiers. And remember, folks, it's not that we're being mandated to take the vaccines. It's whoever gets the luck of the draw. I wrote about my dad, but you should have read that column. Diana Gonzalez, God bless you. You asked it earlier, so I'm not going to answer that. So Pedro asked something, and the message retracted. Interesting. Ryan Shaw, any love for Cortinas in Anaheim? Of course, legendary Italian deli. It's a beautiful, beautiful spot. Beggar's Band quit. Shake Shack is way better in and out. Don't at me. Hell no. Who said that? Joe Garcia, hell no. Shake Shack is whatever. Danny Santos says, what do you think about people serving birria cup of noodles? If it's good, why not? Not Corona. Me personally, I'm fine with birria de res, the way Mexicans are supposed to eat it from Zacatecas. Tienes tu birria, tu arroz, tus frijoles, and then your bolillo. That's it. I never ate it in a taco, but I'll eat it in a taco. That's birria de res, birria de chivo. You get it en su jugo, the bowl. You put in las cebollas. Boom, boom, ahí estuvimos. Tell them to read your column. Have you tried the fancy fake meat? Nope. Rick Johnson, what are you listening to? The usual Mexican oldies, Howard Stern, and then start skipping around on Sirius XM, La Ranchera Nueva, Crab Louisville, ha ha ha, that's funny. The Maisonettes, I made it. What's everyone follow the Maisonettes for awesome Boricua mommy and daughter cooking, eating, chingaderas, desmadre. I don't know how you say desmadre in Boricua Spanish, the Maisonettes, but please teach us. Odilia, if a sandwich is so big that it is served with a knife, is it still really a sandwich? Of course it is. If it's shit, look at pinche un pambazo así de grandote or semita poblana. I've actually seen footlong pambazos. It's still a sandwich. You still have to chop it up. So of course it is. The crime was that you didn't whack the head apart. Oh, that's funny with Donald Trump. Sure, just buy it if they got a Groupon for it. I don't know what you're talking about. Ricardo Quiroz, facts. No, post guapo. Ouch. Pedro, he said gag and exile will not happen in the Cosmo Cavern. Yup. Do not ask about the band. Cortinas is a shit. Yes, a council Delia. Because the term sandwich is about a type of food, not size. Thank you, Keto Mexican Recipe. Funk Freaks was banned too. What the fuck? Free the Funk Freaks. The Funk Freaks. Oh man, I got a beanie of Funk Freaks. Maybe next time I'll do it. I'm not gonna start like Don Francisco with the different hats, but I put on the beanie. I'm like, damn, I actually look not bad in the beanie. So free the Funk Freaks. Free Guti. Fuck Zuck. Fuck Zuck. Fuck Zuck. And fuck pandejos. Anthony Carapia Merino says, I've been to Baja Norte, Querétaro, Morelos, Edomex, Hidalgo. I want to get to Hidalgo one day, to La Huasteca, man. Awesome. Guerrero. Woo. Locos en Guerrero, man. Odilia says, originally it was able to be held in the hand. Do you just stab the pieces with a knife and eat it that way? Así de mordidas, no? Lady Ale answered for me. Thank you, Pedro. I've been to Wilmas part of Mexico. I don't know if I'm going to laugh at that, Craig. Diana probably redacted what I said about no asking about the band anymore. Joe Garcia says, do you think Howard Stern will ever retire? I hope not. I think after this 5-year contract, he will. He's going to, look, to a certain extent, it's easier for him now because he's doing it from home, and it sounds as great as always. Today he was Sternak the Improbable. Oh man, he is. What was it? Dustin Diamond, Georgia's favorite. No. Yeah, I can't do it. Dustin Diamond, Georgia's official fruit, and Ralph Cirella. What is a screech, a peach, and a leech? That was comedic genius. And then, of course, Richard and Sal had one of their crank calls, which are absolutely amazing as always. But no, he'll probably, I don't want him to get away, but I don't think he'll retire. Or I said earlier, I think he will retire because it's not going to be him retiring. It's going to be everyone else. Like, he's not going to do the show without Robin. He's not going to do the show with Gary. Yeah, Shuley, who the hell knows what happened to Shuley? And people come and go. But the core, once the core says, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore, then that's when he's going to stop retiring. And Gary is younger, but remember, he had a hip replacement and knee implants. Se están haciendo viejos, yeah, and of course, no one will ever replace him. But I don't care. When it comes to Howard, I can listen to replays for him for the rest of my life. I'll pay for Sirius just for that. If you're just tuning in, you're listening to Grítale, Guti, and Exile. I am Gustavo Arellano. Every Tuesday night at 10:15. Traditionally, for the past 9 months, we would do Instagram live feature where I would take your questions about anything and I would answer them. But for the past month, I have been banned by Instagram Live or by Instagram from using their live segment, all because I wrote. You're gonna have to read my columna about it. Please do not ask about the ban. It is all in the column. Check out that column. So let's go now back to, so for here, Grítale Guti, as we're slowly starting to establish rules, we'll see how long this lasts. Well, as long as you folks are going to be here, I will be here one way or another. I am here for the Guti gang, for the real G's. The hope is to one day go back to Instagram Live, but in the meanwhile, we're going to be here at YouTube Live, so we're still trying to set up a civilization. We just started our first rule tonight, actually. So more questions here. Do whatever to eat that monster. Fernand's Best Studios. Is eating chilaquiles with pan bolillo acceptable? Well, yeah, if you're from like northern Mexico, like Chihuahua, Juarez, New Mexico itself, they eat menudo with bolillos there. Bolillos are good. I mean, le pones a little bit of mantequilla, butter, because I was thinking in Spanish, I was going to say manteca, but that's lard. It's absolutely good, so I see no problem with that at all. Hey, Dulce, how's it going? I don't think he's ever seen you in a beanie. No, I once had a beanie before, but not. Keto Mexican Recipes knows if it's good, why not? Who are your top 5 favorite radio hosts? I'm going to say of all time because I'm not, I don't listen to radio anymore. Obviously, Howard Stern, number 1. Then you go Tom Likas. Rich Caparella, the most calming voice of all time on classical KUSC. Kevin and Bean, of course, that's 4. And then who would be the 5th person? You know who was cool back in the day? Deidre O'Donoghue, Breakfast with the Beatles. I mean, and I'm not going to say Humberto Luna, though he's awesome, but Deidre O'Donoghue, she didn't start the format of Breakfast with the Beatles. Ultimately, apparently, it was started already in the 1970s on a college radio station, I think, in Michigan. But she was amazing. Like when I first started getting into the Beatles, it was cool to be able to tune in to 97.1, the FM talk station, or back then it was Classic Stern. Howard Stern all morning, classic rock all day. And then Sunday evenings, it was just Deidre doing Breakfast with the Beatles. And look, I like Chris Carter. He's totally enthusiastic. He's been the only other host there. But like Chris plays like the Kinks or whatever. Deidre only played the Beatles. It was a unique thing. If she would even play the solo albums of John, Paul, George, and Ringo or anything like that. She just had such an awesome voice. May she rest in peace. It never said what she passed away from, so may she rest in peace. So here we go. Back up here. Keto says, I just read on Twitter you named Remezcla Remierda, laughing my ass off. I had forgotten all about that fiasco. I haven't, but hey, best promotion of my life, right? Baba Booey, Fafa Fohai, whatever happened to Jackie the Joke Man? He left because he wanted more money. Ese pendejo de Jackie wanted more money. And, it was the best. I love Jackie because, there's got to be the physics. That's a Jackie the Joke Man impression. But without Jackie, we would not have had Artie. Without Artie, we would not have had Richard and Sal. It's all the progression. It's all, I think it made the show better over the years. I can't stand Artie anymore because he's a hypocrite. At least Jackie knew better. I mean, he talked shit on Howard, but that was always his shtick. He always talked shit on Howard, and he was an ungrateful bastard. But Artie, Howard literally saved you. Howard gave your family, what was it, like sold off or auctioned off a leather jacket to raise funds for Artie's dad when he got paralyzed. And you're going to talk shit on Howard? Fuck no. And Richard and Sal, they'll never leave Howard. They would have nothing else without Howard. Richard and Sal, especially talking to squirrels, man. That's absolutely amazing. Who are your top favorite radio hosts? Did you say that again? Mantra, no Mantra. Recipes, me too. This seems as good as IG. Yeah, Craig, but like the thing with Instagram Live is that it would be more streamlined. This is really a free-for-all. At least on Instagram, people could ask their questions, and I would give more thoughtful responses. Here, it's just fast. I want to actually like unload. Well, the other rule we have, and I'm not going to break it, but for me to sing you a song, we have to get to 100 viewers. It's obviously not going to happen because we're here at 61. So Guti Gang, Tony Patino, F Jackie, right, as Joe would say, or rather as Howard would always say. In the kitchen with Roberto, ever considered leaving OC? Hell no, fuck no. My family's here. I'm sorry, for me, it's family above everything. No way will I ever leave. As long as my dad's alive, no way will I ever leave his side. As long as my siblings are still here, and we're probably not going anywhere, knock on wood, I don't want to leave them. That's not to say I wouldn't travel. That's not to say I wouldn't move for a couple of months to a job. That's not even to say I wouldn't buy a house somewhere else. I would still love to, like, New Mexico is absolutely beautiful, Kentucky. But the thought of leaving my family, no, never. Call me old-fashioned, call me a Mexican. I don't care. Here we go. Are bolillos and virotas the same thing, Tony Patino? They are not. Juice loves as chilaquiles con bolillo. No, I mean, it's still a bread, but virota is going to be smaller, harder, and saltier. And from Jalisco, bolillos is just your general term for a French roll. So Aaron Mendoza said, my grandma from Sinaloa eats menudo with virote. Grandma from Tala, Jalisco with tortilla. That's really interesting with the menudo with the virote because I always knew it to be a Chihuahua thing. Like up Nuevo León and all that. So to see in Sinaloa, I guess most, arriba el norte. Jalisco no es el norte. So arriba el norte. Don Cheto. Don Cheto was funny. Wolfman Jack. I never listened to Wolfman Jack, Diana. I'm not of that generation, but of course I know who he is from American Graffiti. Guadalajara, Melissa says they serve sliced virote con chilaquiles. I estuvo. So it's good. Hey, carbs on carbs. I've had tortas de chilaquiles. They're fucking good, man. Absolutely good. And tortas de tamal, of course, like guajolota. That's why I stayed the family for sure, Anna. Like, what always gets me about the American way and where I think so much of its pathologies come from is, at least even to this day, like, family does not stick together. This is why I despise Thanksgiving. I've always hated Thanksgiving because I thought it was the most fraudulent of holidays. Oh, we're all getting together. For me, it's like, why do I have to get together when my family's here, when I see them every single day? I mean, when I was living at home, but I still talk to them almost every single day. We text and whatnot. And I'm going to have this fake holiday that forces me, that gives this expectation that I have to supposedly love my family. How about love your family every single day? And then, people get in arguments about politics. There's all this pent-up resentment. That's not me. That will never be me. Knock on wood. Primero Dios, inshallah. No, it's fake-ass holiday. Christmas as well. Most holidays are just fake-ass shit. Like, it presumes that you need a break so you can hang out with your family as opposed to being with your family or talking with your family the entire time. How about do that? And the closer you are to your family, the better off you're going to be mentally. So, of course, unless your family is totally with a bunch of fuck-ups. Thank God I don't have that family. Here we go. You see, everything's coming. A lot of people. Of course, Art LeBeau. Kevin going to KLOS. Conrad Jr. 2000 says, of course. Second, the Wolfman, Art LeBeau. Can't forget Art or Huggy Boy, right? But, I like Art, except he always plays the same songs. And I know that's his shtick. And, you're doing the shout outs to 5 million people in Chino. And I always wondered what that was about. And then I realized we know what it's about. But respect to Art LeBeau. I have a great story about Art LeBeau that maybe I'll tell later on. I just want to get to the comments right now. Rodney on the Rock. I never listened to K-Rock. Aaron Mendoza was always Howard until he switched over to Sirius. That was in 2006. Then after that, what would I listen to in the morning? Kevin Bean, because they would have me on Kevin Bean. But I never listened to the older stuff or to the later night stuff, you know? Delia, I can spell today. On the rock, fresh bolillo. People fight over it. You know what's up, Michelle? Okay, Artie is a prick. Total fucking prick, Joe. You forgot about El Cucuy de la Mañana's best radio show. No, I mean, Piolín before Cucuy, Juice Neros, 94.7. Isn't that 94.7? The wave. Isn't it still the wave? I thought it was. La Mano Peluda. Oh, that's some like old school shit right there, Michelle. Ryan Shaw missed the structure. So I know there was structure to this, Ryan. Right now it's a complete free for all, but thank you for sticking around. And we'll slowly gain people back. It's interesting because people say like, oh, I don't want to see you on YouTube. Then you're not a real G. The real fans, like I don't know if Samantha Black is here today, but she is a real fan going back over a decade. God bless Samantha and God bless her cuñada Sandy. They are the real fans. They have followed me from the very beginnings of Ask a Mexican, and even before that, to lectures, to book signings, all of that. God bless them both. Yo, hey, there's another student. Like, all my students are here today. Joe McLaughlin, what's up? Hey, Love Toto, I'm late. What do you think of the orange guy's acquittal? The political system is disappointing. It wasn't going to be surprised. It's not a surprise, Love Toto. Of course, the Republican. I mean, I actually wrote. I didn't write a columna about the acquittal, but today the Times published in paper, and actually published on Sunday, me talking about old school a U.S. senator from California named Thomas Kuchel. That was his name, Kuchel, Kuchel. Damn German names, Germans. Animal House, but talking about how there's no more moderate not even that there's that there's no moderate Democrats, but there's so few people who are willing to stand up to the rot in their party. What was it? I think only 7 Republican senators voted for to acquit Donald Trump. So this is actually the most votes ever given to or the most bipartisan vote ever to impeach a president, at least not acquittal, not to acquit the president, but rather to convict the president. And so that's a step in the right direction. But still, you have too many cowards in the Republican Party who can't call out Trump for what Trump is, you know? And so it doesn't surprise me. I mean, you say the political system is disappointing. It's democracy. I am going to be a John Wayne American for now and say democracy is imperfect, but that's the great thing about you want imperfections. You want to strive towards perfection, but never actually get there, because once you get to the promised land, then what? You get bored. Nothing is more dangerous than a bored. Nothing is more dangerous than being content, because that's when you get soft, and then that's when they get you. So I'm disappointed, but I'm not surprised. La lucha sigue. Any good pan dulce spots? Brizuela still closed. Ricardo Quiroz. I like, ¿cómo se llama? That bakery right there, that panaderia across the street from Anaheim High School. Lady Ale will say something. Great bolillos. That's where my family gets their bolillos. In Santana, I like, of course, Las Tres Princesas. That's a Oaxacan panaderia right off of Bristol, near Bristol, north of 17th. I think it's actually Memory. Bristol and Memory, not to be confused with the OK band Bristol 2 Memory from the 2010s that used to be in Santana. So there you go. Rick Johnson, this is only good because we are under 100. More would make the chat fly too fast. It's a little bit more intimate, right? But I still want to sing. The great thing about the first Grítale Guti was I was singing nonstop. We have to have some rules. I do not like to lower quorums, because then I like challenges. So at 60, I mean, the first one we had 100. Last week we had 70 some. I think we got as high as 90 later on. I think people started logging in later on at 90, but we're at 62. It's okay. The one thing I will tell you, folks, as long as you're here, please do subscribe to the channel so you know when I'm on. We slowly got to build up, and I think I have 100 some, maybe 140 people subscribed already. They're obviously not here. What the fuck? What the hell? So our mom loved La Mano Peluda. Oh yeah, we know. Maine, what's up, Joe? Are you in Maine? What the hell's up with that? That's why I stay naive, family. Love good cocoa. What's your favorite? Oh. You see, here we go. People leave all these comments and it blows up. Okay, here we go. Aaron says, what's your favorite Chespirito character? Oh, gosh. Well, Chapulín Colorado, of course. My mom dressed me in the hand-sewn costume. God bless her soul. She was amazing. As a kid, I was El Chapulín Colorado along with my with my squeaky hammer. But you know the guy who I liked? I loved, este Chespirito, whatever the guy's name is. I always forget. You just know him as Chespirito. El Chavo was cool as well, but El Chapulín Colorado was a complete satire and superhero cartoons. But I also liked him when he was with the tall guy, basically like Laurel and Hardy, or and then of course the saying is like blah blah blah. I forget, but like, no hay de que, instead of no hay de que, it's like no hay de queso nomás de papa. That was funny. Mexican humor with the double entendres and the puns. It is just so, it's easy humor, but there's a brilliance to that language. I mean, Cantinflas, no less than Charlie Chaplin called him the world's greatest comedian. And the humor with Cantinflas, he was, I mean, you like all the dancing, and of course the gift now, a sus órdenes, jefe, or a sus órdenes, jefe. That's a classic from, I think it was Patrulla 61 or something like that. But Cantinflas was great because it was the language that he would use. And I mean, same thing with Tintan, same thing with Resortes. There was humor in their laughter, very much like Mel Brooks with the language, not so, and also the pratfalls as well. So, So Scary, La Mano Peluda was effing scary. Maisonettes, okay, I gotta go. Mimis, you didn't answer my question, the Maisonettes. Sonora also likes menudo with bolillo. Yeah, so I get it. I guess it is El Norte, David Buzanque. Arriba El Norte, right? In Guatemala, we eat tamales with bolillo. Well, Guatemala, of course, has probably one of the best tamales in the world, the pache, fucking potato tamal, chuchitos. Oh, totally underrated food, Guatemalteco food, totally. And of course, Guatemala is a place where the enchilada is what Mexicans would call a tostada. Their enchiladas are our tostadas in El Salvador. Their quesadillas is our version, kind of like a sweetbread, almost like a cornbread, So here we go. What's something you really resent paying for a dainty one? Ooh, geez. Anything at Pep Boys. Let's leave it at that. Tortas de tamal, of course. I said that earlier. Not that's your psychotic sister. Thanksgiving and Christmas is better when you don't have to hide the knives. That's why I mean, Odilia, like, if you don't get along with your family, that's one thing. But I really think, well, if families were closer, we would be a much better society. Did you see how much it's snowing in Greece? Global warmings. Ryan Shaw asked, any love for Hacksaw? Missed that guy in the AM. I never listened to Hacksaw too much. You would be able to get the Mighty 690 all the way up here in Southern California, even though he was from San Diego. So I don't have too much of an opinion on him. People seem to like them, and if I respect what you believe, Ryan. So I say it for sure. Have you ever eaten at Tortas Malpaso? Miss Carlos asked. Nope. Lady Ale, give all your students A's. Yeah, right. Never. Craig Lewis, he's a real fan. He's a real G. He read it. Thank you so much for reading me right there. 43 taters is trending. Damn. All because of son of a Mitch. Hey, some people, respect to the people who vote, the Republicans voted for conviction. Let's not pretend Democrats are perfect. I am a registered Democrat, or like the great Will Rogers once said, I am a member of no organized party. I am a Democrat. Okay, 5743. That's it. Nunca falta un pinche loco en la familia. You know what's up, Ghetto Mexicans. Are Yucatecos and Campechanos the rarest Mexicans in the United States? No, Anthony Carapia Merino. Actually, Yucatecos, there's a lot of Yucatecos in Southern California, in Santana, and also Los Angeles themselves, and a shitload in the Bay Area. Los de Campeche, very few, but I would argue Los de Quintana Roo are even rarer than Los de Campeche. But basically, like that side of Mexico, in the Gulf of Mexico, that allá, más para allá, you don't get as much. And I've always wondered why, especially Quintana Roo y Campeche. Yucatecos you do get. Chiapanecos you do get, of course. And then, just Quintana Roo and Campeche especially. Campeche is a big state, and it's right there. You'd think a lot of them be going up to Texas, but I don't know. And Joe Bautista is from, his family's from Campeche, if memory serves me correct. So let's see who it is. Coward, Zeno's Democracy. Damn, going back to the old school. Juan Carlos Garcia, 5 million people in Chino. You know what's up. La Pequeña. Humberto Luna, of course. Okay, I'm not going to respond to conversations that you folks will have. You folks are having. I'm just going to get to original comments. I will. Here we go. The worst customer service, but good bread. La Pequeña, that's right. Elizabeth's in Southgate. I got to do more explorations in your neck of the wood, Conrad. Fred Nunez, rapid fire singing week 1 was amazing. I might do that, actually. Why not? Take requests from you folks. How about that? We're only at 63. That's going to be the real G. El Pavo in the 80s, Aaron says. La Pequeña, you're right, Ketomex. Thank you. Hype up Dogecoin so we can make money. I can't hype up shit. Chipote Chillon, there you go. El Chipote Chillon. I remember something like that, Aaron. But I haven't seen El Chapulín Colorado since I was a kid. Because I don't even think Channel 34 airs him anymore, sadly. Diana Gonzalez, favorite, Cuaresma Meal, Capirotada, Read My Columna, Los Caquitos, I think. Dr. Chapatin was classic. Yeah, he was funny. And Chespirito was just such a great actor. Chompiras, of course, Chaparón Bonaparte. I knew it was something with Napoleon Bonaparte. Lucas, and of course, Professor Jirafas was always classic as well. Fish tacos from Ensenada, bar none. You know what's up. Cantinflas indeed. Bombero Atomico classic Cantinflas movie. You know what's up, Joe. El Barrendero Cantinflas, brilliant movie. Perfect social commentary. Ahí es el detalle. No, Cantinflas was smart. Like when I would hang out with my mommy after her chemo, we'd have Mexicanal, which is, I need to get actually DirecTV to get me Mexicanal because it's such a great station. So they would air Cantinflas movies. And, my mom, of course, loved them because she grew up with them. And I would just, see what she wanted to see. They were funny. I could just see them for, nonstop. He was brilliant, absolutely brilliant person. Joe says, you mentioned that you like to visit Maine. Maybe you'd like living there briefly. I have some family in Maine, but I'm in Irvine. I don't know. I mean, I say I could stand the snow, but no, I've only been in the snow like 3 times in my life. So we'll see. Tlaxcala Panaderia. That's a good one, Michelle. I think it's gone down over the years. Las Tres Princesas is better. I'm from Ensenada, so I'm biased. Another funny. Here we go. No, Tabasco. That's right. Joe Bautista. He's going to get in there. It's cool. With Will Rogers got it right. You know what's up, Tabasco? Yeah, very few people from Tabasco, Lourdes. Thank you for tuning in. Very, very few. What do you think of the India Maria, Juan Carlos Garcia? She was funny. It was satire. Wocosos don't get what the fuck satire is. I met someone from Tabasco once at a party. I think that's pretty rare. You're right. Anthony Carapio Merino will already have any regret for not getting Mike Trout a playoff win. Artie Moreno has no compunction and no soul, so he does not give a shit. In honor to 500 more followers on Instagram and the fact that you're at 25,000, you should post a picture of you at Chapulín, Colorado. I might. Meal Not Postre, I love that columna. Thank you, Diana. Then for meal, obviously chile rellenos. Now, station ID, you're listening to, or you're watching Grítale Guti every Tuesday in Exile, every Tuesday at 10:15 for the past 9 months. I would go on Instagram Live and just answer people's questions about whatever, but Instagram currently has me banned from Instagram Live because they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Fuck Zuck. So instead, we're here on YouTube, and instead of me, I'm answering any question you folks have it in the comment section right there. Aquí mero, I'll read your comments, whatever. Let's have fun. Challenge me. Maybe even put song requests. We'll see if I know the song request. I might as well sing it right here because this is not a humongous crowd. It's the real G's, and I appreciate the real G's instead of the sucker MCs, the posers, the rankers, that classic word. Is ranker just a Southern California word? Because it's a great word to use, you know? Will you watch that Tom and Jerry movies that's set to release? I saw the commercials. It was funny, but... fucking Hollywood. Every 30 years, they try to do something from the past. Remember Looney Tunes Back in Action? It was a terrible movie. Fucking Space Jam was such a masterpiece. But fucking Sean Bradley. Remember Apprentice? That was the trivia. Who were the 5 basketball players that were the opposing team to the Looney Tunes team? And what was it? It was Charles Barkley. It was I think Patrick Ewing, and of course Apprentice has got to know it. It was I don't think it was Larry Bird, but the one that everyone would always mess up was Sean Bradley, 7'6" Sean Bradley. Mormon from BYU was right playing up against Michael, so they'll let me know right now. Pedro says Maine is cool, but don't sleep on Vermont. Maine, I think, are more ornery people. Vermont, you get these like weirdos like that. Mainers are way too slow for you, Guti. Oh, I know, Rick. That's a thing. Like, I'd be great actually in New York. I love New York. I'm a fast type of guy. I'm not a slow living type of guy. Although I am a socialist. I'm a Marxist, the Groucho variety. I'm an isolationist. So I could imagine myself like Bryan Cranston's character in what was it, Breaking Bad, just living by myself or with my wife. But my wife's actually more of a social butterfly than I am. So we need to be with people. Simple as that. So anyways, Gabriel, I don't know if I'm going to watch Tom and Jerry. The last Tom and Jerry movie when they had them talking and they had a song that said, we're friends to the end. Sad. Tom and Jerry was brilliant. My all-time favorite cartoon growing up. So I don't like nostalgia. Zuck's a schmuck. Total schmuck. Guti gang. Haha. Best food in Yorba Linda. Supatra's Thai Bistro. Absolutely great spot, Ryan. Frank Holguin, New Mexico. Perfect choice for a vacation home. You know what's up, Frank. Hey, how's it going? Nice seeing you. Cruces for the win. Joe says, Liana, where is he? Alana Rizzo leaving the Dodgers. Do you think there's more than meets the eye or ears with that? Absolutely, Joe always is. Fucking pervert baseball players harass, or men. Men are garbage. Don't harass women. Come on. The Kitchen with Roberto. What do you think about Draymond Green's comment last Monday? I didn't see it on Channel 9. Maybe they blocked that, or maybe I did. I didn't pay attention. You're going to have to remind me what it is. Sorry, I don't know that. And then I'll offer my thing. Enchiladas with red sauce or sweet sauce. Why not both? As a little girl from old El Paso commercial says. ¿Por qué no dos? Are OC teachers eligible for the vaccine yet? I'm still waiting in LA County. Lady Ali will answer that, but the answer is unless you're in Servite. So there you go. Space Jam is my shit. Can't wait for part 2. I don't know, Brian. Masterpieces are masterpieces. It's really hard to capture lightning in a bottle twice. Godfather 2 was one exception. I loved what they fucking did with the new Watchmen, with Regina King, but they should not try to replicate that at all. Just you did it once, and it was like it wasn't a remake. It was not even a sequel. It was like this total reimagining. It was absolutely awesome. As someone who loved the original Watchmen and totally liked Rorschach, even though it turns out he was a fascist, and I'm not a fascist, but I loved, no, you have to have principle. You have to live by a moral code always. So here we go. Muggsy. Oh. That's the dog, Muggsy. Classic Doug Muggsy. Grimmies and Hodads. Are you talking about burgers now? Itchy and Scratchy, of course. I remember Ranker, but never got the word Leva or origin of. Leva is a homophobic slur, and we'll just leave it at that. Larry Johnson and Muggies. Oh, Muggsy Bogues, right on. Larry Johnson, Charles Barkley, Muggsy Bogues, Patrick Ewing, and Sean, I was going to say Sean Kemp, Sean Bradley. That is really cool. Oh, Muggsy. He was a nice guy, too. You should, if you don't already subscribe to MLB.com's newsletter, they have a lot of great original articles. They had a story about how Muggsy Bogues actually played an exhibition baseball game, and they even had a baseball card named after him. That he was actually not bad. Did you ever go to the Gardner movie theater in Montebello, or are you too young? I'm too young, Diana. Sorry. Teachers in Santana that are waiting, that Melissa's telling me. Teachers in Santana that are waiting in queue got a NEMO and had access to vaccines on Friday. Oh, good. I'm glad that we're getting more vaccines for teachers. Reopen the schools, but do it safely, folks. Not just a fucking free-for-all like Florida. Lady, I didn't know you were a teacher. Yup. Anthony Carapio Merino says, I went to visit Chiapas one day. It's underrated, in my opinion. I want to go to Chiapas, Tuxtla Guerrero, to be there to see when they record Al Son de la Marimba. My mommy and I, we used to see that show religiously. You want to talk about awesome instruments? Fucking marimba. They'd get like fucking 3 players in there. They're going. Oh my god! It was absolutely amazing playing. I'm gonna be like a British person. Like I saw her. Marimba, of course, what used to be played at Guelaguetza back when we could eat inside the great Oaxacan restaurant in Koreatown. So check out marimbas there, because of course you get the marimba bell is right there. Guatemala, I don't know El Salvador that much, but I know more Guatemala, Chiapas, and Oaxaca. Basically, the indigenous cultures right there. Supatra's not a chain. If it's a chain now, it wasn't when I used to go, but it's still great food. It was in original one was in Yorba Linda, Yorba, Mexico. Let's see. It was fire. All the props to Dre. Okay, someone's gonna tell me what Dre said. We qualify as tier 2. Oshi teachers, Dart I. Oh, no. Now people are realizing that everyone's a teacher here. Dart in the arm tomorrow, but I'm a special ed teacher. Not sure if that matters. I would think that does matter here. Respect to all the teachers out there. Watchmen TV series made the Capitol raid seem surreal. Ejo 1081. Fuck that capital. Bunch of weak ass alt losers there, you know. Nice, so many teachers here tonight. I have a lot of teacher fans. Respect to all the teachers and librarians as well. Preschool, just use the @ symbol name of the participant. Lady Ali says, don't know if my Anaheim special ed colleagues have been offered vaccine. Tier 2 did. Respect to you teachers. Weird email over the email. First comes, first served bullshit, but I signed up. I've been to Chiapas. San Cristobal de las Casas is great. Awesome to know, Aaron. One day we'll all travel again. I would like to travel through Mexico, of course, go back to the motherland. I actually still have to write my essay about when I traveled through Mexico. One glorious day I will. Yoruba, Mexico, dead. San Cristobal de la Casa is great to start, I've heard, and it's 10 degrees cooler than Tuxtla Guerrero, apparently, probably because of mountain. I would assume Anthony Carapio Merino, whatever. Respect to all the teachers and parents, teamwork. See. Ooh, I know a new rule. If there are not Guti Gang road trip, I don't know about that. My wife has said that. If there are no questions, or if I read to the very bottom of the comments, because I know Rick said it's kind of cool that it's smaller because then it's not a free-for-all, but if I reach to the bottom of the comments without a question and it's just me having to vamp, that's when I will start singing a song. You folks could start having your, ¿cómo se dice? Your, not recommendations, your requests and dedications. You know, I like my Beatles songs, I like my oldies, and I like my rancheras as well. And if I know it, I know it. I actually know one song I would love to sing right now, but we'll see how it goes. Shot call, you're holding a double. We still haven't figured out a drinking game. Maybe when I sing a song, maybe that's when we drink, but it's not the same as pulling out a book, you know? Like, and so many things that we've talked about today, especially with Mexico. I have all sorts of fucking Mexico books right here. So sing Blackbird singing in the dead of night. I will never repeat a song that I've already sang before. So I reserve the right to, let's put it that way. But here comes the question. Any guess when Mexico will be peaceful again? Was Mexico ever peaceful? Boom. There it is. Nunca cantas la que te pido. ¿Cuál pidiste? No me acuerdo cuál. I miss Jerez. Can't wait to travel again. It's been forever, Miss Carlos. I have not been to Jerez in 20 years. I don't regret it. I have been doing a lot of traveling. And more importantly, I'm the type of person, if I travel, I like to get paid to get traveled. So many of my travels have been because I was doing lectures. And I would just go off and, go from there. Now people are fucking leaving comments here. So journalist, teacher, podcaster. How many other careers do you have? Just writer. I work as a dishwasher and trash man at Alta Baja Market. I used to be a data monkey for USCB Incorporated. I was a go-kart attendant. I'm a singer, maybe. Let it be, damn. Exile, no rules. It's all happening. Look, I am blessed, and I have a career that I can do mostly what I want. I've only had like one shot. I'm a good guy. Here. Lightning round, right? Woo-hoo-hoo. Whoa, that's some good squishy right there. But that's it. Even though it's Mardi Gras. That little sip. Come on. I'm like Bart with that like squishy. It's like a picture, like kind of like that. That's me right now. This is me now. But that's Gene from Bob's Burgers. Why the headphones? Why are you listening to? I had to block out some of the sound over there. My wife's seeing something, and something else is right there. So that's why. Do you eat capirotada during Lent? Hector, God bless you. I've written about this in the past. Just Google Gustavo Arellano capirotada, and you will get a story right there. Let it be como un rayito de luna. What is something from your childhood you regret getting rid of? Well, my mom got rid of my garbage pail, kids. So it's not that I regret getting rid of it. My mommy did. God bless her soul, porque eran del diablo, So she also got rid of my pencils. I used to collect pencils back when kids collected pencils instead of just being online all the time. So I regret that as well. But I still have a lot of stuff from my childhood because I like to collect stuff. One day I realized I'm going to have an archive, so we'll go from there. Why do Wokosos hate when non-ethnic people start a restaurant that serves ethnic people food and call it cultural appropriation? Because, Tony Patino, Wokosos hate everything. But you know what? Wokosos at the end lose. So God bless their souls. Here we go. Stand by me when the night is young and the wind is high and the moon is the only light you see. Though I won't be afraid. Oh, I won't shed a tear. So, darling, darling. Maybe I'll just do a quick song. I'll get to you, Diana, but with Let It Be, that's going to take a little bit. So I just want to go. Do you know if that multiple state yard sales is happening this year? What's it called again? I can't remember. Miriam Carrillo is the 127 yard sale. It happened last year. So we didn't go last year for the first time in 12 years. We're probably not going to go again this year, which sucks because that's like our annual vacation. It sucks. Teachers, do you think the class of 2021 are going to have a normal graduation? The teachers could ask questions among themselves, so that's really cool. Yéchale, mi Gustavo. Unfortunately, no word of the day, drinking game a la Pee Wee Herman, or just like watch what happened live. Watch what happens live. We could do that maybe. It has to hit me, you know. So I'll be class of 2021. Andale. Longest voyage over water, Gustavo. The only voyage I'll ever take over water to Catalina Island. 26 miles across the sea. Fuck no. You think I'm gonna get in a boat? Fuck no. Never in a fucking cruise ship. Fuck on a fucking barge. Fuck no. Unless I can swim to shore. Fuck no. With Catalina, because the Catalina Express, the cool thing with the Catalina Express, especially like if you freak out about being in the ocean, it's like you look at the coast, the shoreline from Long Beach as you're pulling out, or if you pull out in Newport. And then once it starts going off on the horizon, you turn around and there's Catalina. Catalina is beautiful, but it's boring too. Like you get bored of it very, very quickly. Exile. Are you working on other longer form pieces like your Atlantic article? Yep, Fred. It's hard as a columnist because you're working all the time, but just know for 2021, God willing, I will do other stories for the LA Times, but also I'm going to do some other things for the Atlantic as well. Joe says, how fucked is it that Asians are being assaulted in SF area? Fucked up. Not just San Francisco, Joe. Orange County as well, everywhere. Fucking Trump with his Wuhan flu and the Kung flu is, stoked up all sorts of xenophobia against Asian Americans. It's disgusting. It is absolutely disgusting, especially the people who beat them up, and I'll just leave them at that. So here we go. Compa, Paisa, they were evil. I don't know who, lady. You see, there's a problem. It's like, I'm reading everything, but I don't know who you're talking about, who they were evil. Ves? Speaking about books on Mexico, have you read Muy Buenas Noches, Mexico, Television and the Cold World by Celeste Gonzalez de Bustamante? I have not read it, Angel, but I own a copy. It's part over there in the Cosmo Cavern, so there you go. Ricardo, why did Mexican parents hate Garbage Pail Kids? Por Satanas. Oh, Lady Alice talking about Garbage Pail Kids. They were funny. The original ones were drawn by the legendary artist. Oh, geez. Blanking on his fucking name right now, but he did Mouse. Art Spiegelman. There you go. Art Spiegelman. They're collector's items. Now the only Garbage Pail Kid that I own is Gassy Gus, which my cousin Victor gave to me as a birthday present. God bless his soul. So best classic Simpsons episode off the top of your head. The best Simpsons episode of all time, Edjo 1081, is Last Exit to Springfield. It is a masterpiece. That's where you have dental plan. Lisa needs braces. Dental plan. Lisa needs braces. Dental plan. And then all of a sudden, Lisa becomes a fucking folk singer. Then she sings. She plays classical gas. And then you have the braces. And you have Where's My Burrito? Where's my burrito? And then you have Homer fucking imitating Donald O'Connor and singing in the rain, doing the woo 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 woo. Best episode of all time. The monorail episode is classic, but it's not the best of all time because that's when the only reason people say it's the best of all time is because Conan was. I think Conan wrote it. But Last Exit to Springfield, best episode of all time. I will say though that The Simpsons never reached bigger heights than when they did the Frankie Grimes episode. Like I actually did a scientific study of this, and it's absolutely true. Frankie Grimes episode, the original, when they brought back his son, was stupid. But Frankie Grimes episode is one of the most brutal indictments of the American way ever, with also one of the most misleading lines of all time, when Homer says about Bart, "Oh, that's my son. That's Bart. He owns a factory downtown." Absolutely great. But you see Frankie Grimes, like Simpsons go up and down. This is the height. I'm not saying the Frankie Grimes episode is the best episode of all time, but it never got higher than Frankie Grimes, because the next week was the season finale. It's when Lisa. It was a parody of when the Citadel, or I think it was Virginia Military Institute, had to accept women into their all boys college. So Lisa joining an all boys military school. Okay. Then that was the season finale. Then the following season, the first episode was Homer versus New York City, which they never show anymore because, of course, he parked his car right in between the World Trade Centers. And then, of course, after that was the worst Simpsons episode of all time when Seymour was not Seymour, it was actually Armin Tamzarian. So Frankie Grimes, highest heights of all time. Although I did see The Simpsons a couple of weeks ago. It was funny. It's not classic anymore. After season 10, you think of all these Simpsons quotes. People never quote anything after season 10. Just realize that for sure. Bang on the run for the GOP. And the Sailor Man and Sailor Sam. We're search for everyone. It's the band on the run. Band on the run. Paul solo was a little bit too precious for me. So Juice says, I bet the Californians that left for Texas really recently regret it right now. Let's not have Schadenfreude on them. Let's honestly hope for the best. Station ID, this is Grítale Guti, Exile every Tuesday night at 10:15. I used to be on Instagram Live where I would take people's questions about whatever, but I am banned from Instagram Live, so we're here in Exile on YouTube. Fuck Zuck. Here I read anything you ask right here. Take song requests really quick. I think it's just going to be a song request episode. I should do a poll. Should I only sing songs here and just answer people's questions? Because we are waiting to get back to the promised land unless this is permanent. And hey, then we have to deal with it. 63 people, not even close to 100, but that is okay. God bless all of you, the real G's, for sticking with me. Any Cristero books you'd recommend? I'd like to learn a bit more of that era, Jose Alfredo Gonzalez. Ooh, I don't have the title on me, but I do have a Cristero's book in my collection. Usually I would be able to pull it out and we'd have a whole drinking game and I'd give you a title, but I don't have it right here. So I am Ace Rothstein, fuck Zuck. Anytime, that's what I'm going to do. Anytime I bemoan my exile, I'm just going to say, fuck Zuck. Simple as that. Well, you want to ban me? You can. It's a private company. I don't care, but you will never stop the Guti gang. Nevertheless, hashtag free Guti. Blah, blah, blah. Odelia, favorite karaoke song? I never really did karaoke, Diana, so I can't say that. Let's see. Here we go. Gabriel says, which Simpsons character do you feel sorry for the most? Mo or Gil? Poor Gil. Hans Mole, man. Mo is just a dick. You can't feel sad for Mo at all. And he has his own bar. Poor Gil was always just trying, of course, he's a takeoff of Jack Lemmon's character in Glengarry Glen Ross, which is just completely sad. Joe McLaughlin says, my student karaoke with Guti at Alta Baja after the pandemic is over. No. Anthony Carapia Marino, I need to go back to Catalina someday. Catalina is perfect if you love to do nothing or hike or snorkel. But if you don't like to do any of that, then it's not really, you're over after like 3 hours. Cruises are petri dishes. Totally, Diana. Catalina Express Old Company. Yup. Ryan Shaw, message retracted. That's interesting. The world is a petri dish. That's funny, Pedro Ramirez. Marge and the Mimosas, of course. You don't know what you're talking about, mister. Hard-ass stick of gum on Garbage Pail Kid packs. You know why it was hard, Aaron Mendoza? Because those Tops. Tops fucking gave you sticks of gum that were as hard as a fucking ruler. Bravo, Michelle Reyes, me singing. Frank Grimes, haha, look at me. I'm Homer Simpson. Exactly. It was a classic. The Sun one was stupid. Totally edge. 1081, a request for the Simpsons monorail song. Monorail. That's it. That's not my favorite song. My favorite song, when I first arrived, you were also jerks, but now I've grown to love your quirks. Maggie with her eyes so bright. Marge with Lloyd, hair by Frank Lloyd Wright. Lisa can philosophize. Bart's adept at spinning lies. Homer's a delightful fella. Sorry about the salmonella. Ooh, that's all right. Who wants a quick? Who cares? A quickie mart. It's their floors are sticky mart. The sticky mart goes dope. Who needs the quickie mart? Not me. Who needs a quickie mart? Goodbye to sticky mart. Not me. Who needs a quickie mart? I do. There you go. That's my do-up for today. Grimy is my favorite episode. Oh, it's ruthless, Miriam. It is such an indictment. Such an indictment of the American dream. It is absolutely brutal. Dr. Zayas, Dr. Zayas. That's all you'll get, Michelle Reyes. I have random videos on my YouTube. Check them out and subscribe. Trying to read everyone. Dr. Zayas, Dr. Zayas. Dr. Zayas, Dr. Zayas. I could play the piano, never before. Did you like the Simpsons Halloween episodes? Of course, Treehouse of Horror is always classic. I love the Tracy Ullman show. The Simpsons original appearances. Very vague memories of the Tracy Ullman show, Rick. Of course, that means I was there when Fox actually started. Married with Children, I loved. And Living Color, legendary. Could never get away with that shit today. Rock was a great show. George Carlin, what was an amazing show. South Central, which, oh man. Lawrence Tate, he could have been, he was a great actor. I'm sure if he's still doing stuff, he is, but he should have been a far bigger star than what he was. But those old shows on Fox were great, man, back when it meant something, I hope it's not 40 years. Same thing here, Craig. Ni estamos los que somos, ni somos lo que estamos. Boom, Keto. Take a shot with every fuck Zuck, maybe. Lol Sing, de Ladiale, B character, of course. Bumblebee Man. Ay, ese estúpido. Typos killing me. Question was, any love for HST? What the hell is HST? I have no idea what HST is here. Hollywood Squares 2? Who knows? Who needs a Quickie Mart? Goodbye to Quickie Mart. You see, like it's not all like there. I'm SM Smart SMRT. That's a different one, Joe Garcia. The Stonecutter theme. Who made Steven Gutenberg a star? With the aliens and all that. Fuck Zuck. He did sell everyone's info and basically got away with it. What's happening? Michael Leon. God bless the members of the fucking endless gift wars right here. We put the spring. We put this. That's I think the whorehouse. Are they getting rid of the whorehouse? No, the bordello. Shh. That's when ya de eso se pasaron. That was like right to the end. Actually, I think it went right over the top, and it's like, okay, we get it, Simpsons, you're genius. Dial it back a little bit. You see, the best Simpsons episodes. They didn't know that they were genius. They just did it. Like Last Exit to Springfield, the grimy episode. Like we put the spring in the fit. We put the spring in Springfield. Nah, whatever. Be My Best, of course. Oh, that was a great episode with fucking Mr. Burns and all that. Bart's birthday song that he wrote with the fake Michael Jackson for Lisa. It's Lisa, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, Lisa. Lisa and your first kiss with a boy, which Michael Jackson singing it. Yeah, no way. Parker Lewis can't lose. That was a good one, Aaron. It was a goofy one. I like that one. When Homer says something like, you've never been? Yeah, exactly, Miriam. The Frankie Grimes episode, dead. Everything about that episode. And of course, don't forget that Homer one with the racing stripe on the Springfield nuclear power plant. That wouldn't have been the reactor. It would have been like, whatever that thing was. I thought it was a smokestack or whatever. It was absolutely brutal. Hunter S. Thompson. Oh, of course, Hunter S. Thompson is a legend. It's a classic. I mean, gonzo journalism. Although I read a really brutal takedown of him, which basically said his only good stuff was in the early 70s when he started. After that, he was just a parody of himself. He just like basically fried his brain on acid and all sorts of things, which I think was a little bit, it was harsh because I liked his ESPN column, especially when he was going after Bush. But it's true. It's great. I mean, he created journalism, gonzo journalism for sure. Strange rumblings in Aslan. And you see, if I were in the fucking, not the fucking, because God bless Cosmo, but if I was in the Cosmo cavern doing Grítale Guti and Instagram Live, I could pull out my Hunter S. Thompson anthology and we could have shots. But fuck Zuck. Did you like Futurama? Of course, Conrad. Oh my God. You know what the episode that I saw recently was when Lena, I always call her Lena. Lena met her parents, and then so you had Mother and Child Reunion by Paul Simon, which I always thought was Crosby, Stills, and Nash. So that was a very, very sweet episode. But of course, what was the greatest ever line in comedy history, even better than Blazing Saddles, which is the funniest film of all time, was the episode with that little monkey who was smart, who had the hat. And so they all go to college. And then, Bender says, I'm going to go back to college. And Fry was like, you went to college? What was your major? Bending. What was your minor? Robo-American Studies. Oh, my fucking God. The most Really, and this is like over 20 years ago at this point, but it is the ultimate takedown of Wokoso culture. Robo-American Robo-American studies. Dead, as the kids would say. Absolutely dead. Who killed Mr. Burns? I think I still have my 7-Eleven cup from there. If not, I had it for a long ass time. Would you like to see my Grammy, Ricardo? Of course, he did go down hard. Found Oscar Setazo Costa's A Revolt. The Cockroach People recently with intro by Hunter S. Thompson. Damn, Joe, where have you been? And I say this because you're smarter than the average Gaba, so you should know Oscar Setazo Costa and all that stuff. So have you seen TC? Oh, Taco God, Taco. Fuck him. Taco God. If you have to call yourself a taco god, you ain't a taco god. Fuck taco god. Jose Alfredo, I guess Maggie shot Mr. Burns and I was 8 years old. That is absolutely true. Lady Ale has always been smarter than the average bear. I'm going Mimi's good night, gang. Goodbye. I drank in the same bar as Jack Kerouac, but who has it on the road? I'll do you one better, Rick Johnson. I drank at the same bar as Neil Cassidy did in Denver, and that bar still has an unpaid check. The unpaid bill that Neil Cassidy left because he was a grifter supreme. Badass. Thoughts on the millennial versus Gen Z feud from an experienced Gen Xer? Same as the feud between the baby boomers and the greatest generation. Same as the greatest generation and their generations always fight. That is not a surprise. That's never gonna stop. Taco God is annoying. Who the hell knows what Taco God is? Fuck Taco God. No one cares. Look, at the end of everything, we're all dead. Taco USA will be remembered. Javier Cabral, Bill Esparza, Jose Rala. The Masonettes will be remembered. Taco God? No one knows who the fuck Taco God is. Just only, who knows who Taco God is? Chavalex. Simple as that. Okay, folks, you have not left comments, and I'm here, so now I'm going to sing Diana's song. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, there is still a chance that they may see. No, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be. There's Eileen. Let it be. Let it be. Yeah, let it be. There will be an answer. Let it be. Dan, dan, dan. And when the funds are calling, then I should know. You see, it's interesting. The most legendary performance of my life, actually, one time when I was super, super drunk, this is actually how I finally courted my wife, was there was a guy playing on guitar, and I sang every Beatles song that they had. Like, if I mumbled it or whatever, so I cannot remember my Let It Be right now. Let it dun 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 dun. Maybe Sean S, but it's all good. Billy Preston. Shine on to tomorrow. Let it be with the lights right there. Shots. You could all drink. Yeah. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom. There, let it be. And then there's still a chance that they may see. Did you grow up listening to Mexican rock en español, Enrique Guzman? My Michelle, I could say, I'll try Michelle right now. Enrique Guzman, Cesar Costa, etc. Nope, because my family was rancheros. My dad listened to Antonio Aguilar and Tamborazo Jerez 75. My mom listened to Isabel Pantoja, Pandora, and of course Juanga. No rock en español, no rock. All those later on, I would play songs for my mom. My mom would know them, but also people were not playing that music on radio stations. You have to remember, when I was growing up, the only Spanish language radio station you had KW La Mexicana, KTNQ with Humberto Luna, so Románticas, Radio Cali. And that was it. That was absolutely it. Very little radio station. Like everything, of course, changed with La X 97.9. Then after that, that's when you started getting Mexican oldies and all that stuff. So it just didn't have it. More mouth guitar, it'll help. Casey thought Americans are jealous of their kids. You mean Kinsey or Kesey? I don't know who Kesey is. Helter Skelter. When I get to the bottom, I go back to the top of the slide. When I stop and I turn and I go for a ride till I get to the bottom and I see you again. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Won't you want me to love you? I'm coming down fast, but I'm miles above you. Tell me the answer. You may be a lover, but you ain't no dancer. Look out. Helter Skelter. All about a slide, by the way. Sergeant Pepper's or White Album. Ooh, Brendan Boubion. Hey, we're going to talk tomorrow, Joe. You're a very smart filmmaker. Well, I think for me, Sergeant Pepper's is like on a next level. I really do think, and you can't compare it. The White Album's great and it's long, but you know what's the most underrated? And I'm going to leave you folks with this song because we're now at the 115 mark. The most underrated Beatles album of all time, Beatles for Sale. So many beautiful, amazing songs. They play Antonio Aguilar still on that station. Of course, it was the best of times. It was the worst of times. And then mean Mr. Burns hits that monkey who's smoking. Jack Casey. I have no idea who Jack Casey is. Sorry, Craig. I'm not that smart. Abbey Road. Abbey Road is actually a bad album. Yeah, you have Something, and you have Here Comes the Sun, and you have Come Together, where there are three amazing songs, but Maxwell Silverhammer is bad. I Want You, She's So Heavy, no, because the world is round, it blows my mind. Besides it's a cappella and you have the backwards Fury Elise, it's the simple songs. At that point, the Beatles were coked out of their minds. She came in through the, Mean Mr. Mustard. Sun King, weak song. Once there was a way to get back homeward. Once there was a way to get back home. Sleep, pretty darling, do not cry. Maybe this should be the ending. And I will sing a lullaby. Golden slumbers fills your eyes. Smiles are waiting when you cry. Sleep, pretty darling, do not cry. And I will sing a lullaby. Then Carry That Way. Nah, whatever. But she came in through the bathroom when 8 days a week. You know what's funny about that song, Joe? 8 days a week. I always think it was a single, but it was on Beatles for Sale. And then after that, of course, Words of Love. Everybody's Trying to Be My Baby. Folks hate on Revolver, but I like the album. Who the hell hates on Revolver, Pedro? I actually hear way more people talking up Revolver than hating on Revolver. That's interesting. Structures of song really changed with Revolver. Well, they're geniuses. Favorite Beatle? Ooh, George. George was a crank. George was funny. George did not get enough love from John and Paul. They would only give him 2 songs an album. Poor Ringo won. And then, of course, you had George just blow up. George as a solo. George was an amazing, amazing person. And the best thing about everything, George, his second wife, Chicana. So his son, not even Chicana, Mexicana, because she was born deaf, but she met him up in LA. So Donnie Harrison, half Mexican. How about that? Oh, I should sing a George song in honor of that. But no, I am going to favorite Beatles. All you need is cash. Anyways, I'm going to sing my favorite Beatles song from Beatle for Sale. And of course, I'm going to forget the lyrics, but here we go. Me, 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 me. Bumblebee, Bumblebee. Have you seen the Beatles show in Vegas? No, but I'm sure Lady Alley has. I don't have time for Cirque du Soleil. Anytime I go to actually a movie, I go to sleep because I fall asleep because I'm so busy. But anyways, this happened once before when I came to your door. No reply. They said it wasn't you, but I saw you peek through your window. And I've sung this song before. I saw the light, I saw the light. They said, I know that you saw me, because I looked up to see your face. I know how to play this song on the guitar, actually, one of like 3 Beatles songs. I tried to telephone. They said you were not home. That's a lie. 'Cause you walked hand in hand with another man in my place. I nearly died. I nearly died. But the clapping, yes. I never you saw me. 'Cause I walked into your window or something like that. If I were you, I'd realize that I love you more than any other guy. I know this part. Boom. And I forgive. Sorry, I was going to try to get back on beat. The lies that I heard before when you gave me no reply. I tried to telephone. They said you were not home. That's a lie. 'Cause you walked hand in hand with another man in my place. I nearly died. Bum, bum, but no, there's no bongos on Beatles for on No Reply. I nearly died. Because you walked hand in hand with another man in my place. No reply. Dun, dun, dun. There's a piano. No reply. Dun, 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 boom. Absolutely beautiful song. Heartbreaking. John, super sad. And then, of course, he follows it up with, I'm a loser. I'm a loser, which that's an okay song. So anyways, folks, thank you all for being here. Maybe I should do some new rule about how we say goodbye, but we're an hour and 20. I do want to say goodbye to those of you who want me to say goodbye to. So I'll stick around until, let's say, we're at 25. So goodbye, everyone. Seen it 4 times. Yes, bongos, Ines. Thank you for tuning in. There are no bongos, so here we go. Thank you, Gustavo. You give my memories wings. Cool, Joe or Rick, whatever. Check out Fountains of Wayne. Nah, I don't even know who the hell they are, Joe. Sorry. So peace out, Ryan. Bye, amigo. Thank you in the kitchen with Roberto. Peace in the Middle East. Lady Ale. Bye, Ines Aragon. Let's see who else. And we're still at 53, so I want to say goodbye to everyone. This has been Grítale Guti. I'm just going to do this really quickly. This has been Grítale Guti in Exile every Tuesday night at 10:15. I would usually be on Instagram Live taking your questions about everything, but I have been banned from Instagram Live for the foreseeable future. So we are in exile trying to recreate some semblance of lunacy. Fuck Zuck. Adios, Gustavo, and fuck cancer. Yes, Anthony, mis respetos a tu abuela. Seriously. A horrible disease. Fuck cancer. Later's Michael Leon. Hey, what's up, William? Thank you for tuning in. Fred Nunez. Bye. Eric Stoltz. Thanks. This was fun. Thank you for tuning in. I don't think I've ever saw you on Instagram Live, although maybe you were under a pseudonym or whatever. Good night, Greg. Bye, Melissa. Buenas noches. I have to finish mi tarea. Yeah, it's easy. It's easy. Finish it, please. Noches. And you too, Joe. Craig Lewis, you've got great heart. Gustavo, you're very kind. Hasta next week. Thank you for tuning in. Bye, Miriam. Grimy. Shit, man. Rosalind. Hey, Rosalinda. Night. Ahora sí, ya me puedo ir dormir. Bye, Jusneros. Aaron Mendoza with the fist. Sean with the... Actually, I got it right here. You must have seen it right there. Not Rasta. Shaka, right? Ricardo Quiroz. Peace. Good night, Piñatas. Free Guti. I appreciate the video, Dilia. And the Hoser. Jose Alfredo Gonzalez. I always forget it, but boom. Live long and prosper. And the Hoser. Good night, Guti Gang, Dulce, 21, good night. We're still at 44, so a lot of you are not saying goodbye, but I'm going to say goodbye at some point. I said 25, but I got to go to sleep as well. Dani is Chicano, totally. I'm surprised you didn't know that, Michelle. I think you did know that. Like, absolutely. But total Chicano, it's amazing, right? Shaka Bra, Island Time, Rasta. Bye, Lourdes Tapuyo, which is a cool last name. So we're now down to 39, but actually, new rule, I will stop saying bye when there's no one else for me to say goodbye until I say goodbye by saying this. I will type it out. Peace in the Middle East. Someone one day should ask me why I say that, and there you go. So peace out, where this is 3. Fuck Zuck. I am ending the stream now.